VC. How's everyone doing? Back after a few months with some brand new records to show. I've got quite a stack. Let's turn this down a little bit. I might just talk and not really worry about the time. So this may end up being a quite long video. I'm not quite sure how we go yet. But yeah, I'll just go for it. There's about 20 records here, so who knows how long it will take, depending on how much I just lather on. So a few of you might recognize this voices in the background. The Supreme Jubilees, they'll all be over. Kieran Needle Groove, he's not dead. He showed this and then Needle Drop maybe 6 months ago, and it blew me away when I heard it. It's like a funky soul gospel album. Really killer grooves. Yeah, just for the moment I heard it, I was really impressed by it. I don't really have any gospel or anything in that sort of vein, so I'm really happy. This is a Light in the Attic. Listen to that. Crack. Light in the Attic reissue from, I think it would have been last year, 2014. Originals are very scarce anyway, well over the $100 mark, so yeah, this is really great. See if you can see on the back there. Highly recommended, highly recommended. They'll all be over by the Supreme Jubilees. I think this is their one and only record that was ever released, so yeah, great. If you like what you hear, I highly recommend grabbing this one. I think that one came out maybe in 80. It was something like, maybe it was 1979. Yeah, 1980 it originally came out. So there we go. Very cool. Alright, next one I've been wanting for some time, finally got hold of it. Azimuth. This is sort of a Brazilian synth, samba, bossa. I don't know. On here it describes it as tripped out space funk, but I think that's probably a bit too extreme. It's a lot more mellow and laid back and groovy. This is their first album that came out in 1975. This is a reissue from this year, 2015, on Krautrock Records. I don't know if you guys ever get the Nescafe ads. Oh no, is it Nescafe? Yeah, with George Clooney on it. And he does some stupid thing with a person and a lake. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the theme tune from that is the track on here called Montreal City. It sounds exactly the same. It could even be a sample, I'm not sure. Anyway, when I heard it, I was like, I know this. This is from the Nescafe ads with, you know, with the pods. I might actually just put it on because I swear it is, and my girlfriend doesn't believe me. But if you guys happen to know the Nescafe ad with George Clooney, you'll know what I'm talking about. Hang on. Okay, tell me this isn't Nescafe. You ready? That. So yeah, my tastes have turned into a Nescafe commercial. Alright, I picked up a couple of classical pieces. I'll just show these quite briefly on a Deutsche Grammophon label. This is a really nice solo piano thing. Picked it up for a couple of dollars, so not really, you know, dirt cheap. Not too much to say here. Just nice to have it. This was 50 cents. I just grabbed it. Really surprised by how good this is. Very sort of ominous, classical, quite dark and moody. It sounds very cold to me and very, I mean, I think the theme, it's a suite by Sibelius, is that how you pronounce it? Set around ancient Finland, and it's got that very dark, wintry, foreboding atmosphere to it. I really like it. If you ever see this, it's worth it. You know how dirt cheap classical is these days. Yeah, both really two classic. I don't have that much classical, so I just picked up those two because they interested me, both the artwork and the artist. So yeah, really happy to get those. I went to a record store hoping to pick up something for a friend and came up with 4 records that I wasn't planning on buying and didn't buy anything for my friend. As it happens, you generally always seem to come up with stuff you weren't planning on getting. I picked up four Nick Cave originals that came in. Well, original. I'll explain when I show each record, but yeah, someone's collection had just come in and there was 4 of these records here, so I had to grab them. First one is a 1988 Australian pressing on Mute Records. Well, actually, it says 88 Aussie press, but I think it's a 88 UK press, and it was released in 88, I think. So this is Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, Tender Prey. This is a brilliant album, one of my favourites by Nick Cave. Sensational songs on here. I mean, it starts with the Mercy Scene, Up Jump the Devil, and then it goes to Diana. I mean, those 3 songs itself, you know, are well worth it. Nice cool gatefold. So it says it's an Aussie press by 1988, but it's on Mute. So I think it's a UK pressing because I know some of the Aussie pressings were on the Liberation label. So there you go, if you can see that. Tender Prey, brilliant, brilliant. Put that there. I'll take the sleeve off. This is an original press. The Firstborn is Dead by Nick Cave and the Backseeds. I'm losing it today. The Bad Seeds. So there we go. Brilliant album again. I'll show you the label. I could be mistaken. These could actually be Mute Australian presses. Because I didn't recognise the label initially. It does say Mute Records 1985 UK, so I'm not quite sure. Anthony, I know you've got a couple of originals on the Mute label. Maybe yours look different to this, I'm not sure. Let me know. Continuing with another classic. So this originally came out in 1984, and this is a 1990 repress on Liberation Records Australia. From Her to Eternity. Brilliant stuff. Opens with Avalanche, which is a Leonard Cohen cover, which I saw him. He played that live when I caught him last year. So there you go. That's another one. And then the 4th one I picked up, which I know is pretty hard to find, by the Rare sticker. Your Funeral, My Trial. This is their double album he released. I've completely forgotten the year of this one. With the artwork that is upside down. But yeah, I mean, to find all those 4 in really great shape, I had to pick them up straight away. Yeah, the Carney is on here, which is one of my favourite Nick Cave songs. If you know the song The Carney, it's quite a long piece, but the way he describes this dry, barren atmosphere and landscape and the characters and the storyline, it's just amazing storytelling. So those are those ones. I will quickly show some records. Of course, I'll show some records. I'll do a couple of pieces I got sort of VCLT, but not really. If you guys know On the Turntable, David Belson, he recently said that he had a couple of records that he had acquired that he's going to sell a couple of them, and they're sort of rare, I guess, private presses. And he sent me a message, and I said I really like them, so he sent me 2 of these, which I paid for, and he put a little extra surprise in for me. I'll start with this one. This is In Touch But Out of Reach by Butch Morris with Groshen Monker 3, Charles Eubanks, Willie Morris, Bobby Battles and Steve McCall. This is on the Karma label, not Karma, but Karma. I'll see if I can show you the label. In Touch But Out of Reach. Amazing record actually. This is a real grower for me. The piano playing by Charles Eubanks on here is really nice and just loops throughout the piece with everything else around it. Amazing artwork too. So there you go. Dave, I was really happy to get hold of this, and it's a really interesting listen. The other one is David Murray live at the Peace Church. I've only listened to this once. I remember it being really solid. I need to definitely revisit it. I love the artwork on here. Stanley Crouch, Fred Hopkins and David Murray trio live at the Peace Church. Try and show the label there if you can see it. So I paid for those two, and then as a surprise, Dave included this. Oh, I'll take off the letter he sent me. By a band called Bless, which were an Icelandic, I guess you would call them post-punk rock, early 90s band that featured Björk. I really like this. I'm not sure if it just hit me at the perfect time, but I was blown away by how good it was. The album's called Gums, and the artist is called Bless. Look at that 90s artwork there. It was on the Rough Trade label. Yeah, really brilliant. Dave, thank you. I was making dinner and I was rocking out while I was cooking to that. I really enjoyed it. I'll continue the VCLT theme. So you guys probably saw my VCLT from Jeff McLennan. I never really explained what the music was. I sort of did a bit of a parody video. I think there was some drama in the VC at the time. Someone was complaining that they didn't receive their free records or something. I don't know, some guy was upset. I ended up leaving the community. They didn't get free records. There was a parody of that. I'm sure a lot of you got that. There was some really amusing comments on the bottom. But yeah, I thought I should probably actually talk about what he sent me. The Voices of East Harlem, right on B3. This is a really killer soul, funky, gospel, so much energy and power in this record. Great singing by like a choir of young black females from East Harlem. Great stuff. I'm really happy to hear this one. This is thank you for sending it to me, Jeff. I hadn't heard it before. I recognised the cover, so I was really happy to get that. And anyone that's been in the VC for a while knows this is Jeff's artwork here, signed by Jeff himself. This is the band whose name is a symbol, Pathfinder. Released in 2014 on the Birdman Sound label. Amazing sort of space rock, krautrock, bluesy prog, stoner rock all at once. This is really cool. So limited to 100. This is a second press. This is number 5 of 100. So obviously being out of Ontario and being, I guess, a private press, if you want to call it that. Very small quantities, but yeah, if you speak to Jeff, I'm sure he'll be able to sort you out. You know, get hold of someone who you can buy a copy from. I do really recommend this. Pathfinder Blues is a fantastic song, and the first track blew me away too. When I first heard this, I recently bought that Rock and Row record, and I found them very similar in their approach. If that gives you an idea. So there you go. Alright, the last 3 I'm going to show, I think, are killer records. They're almost essentials in a collection. Alright, so we'll start here. If the artwork doesn't blow you away, the music will. I'm not going to pronounce the title or the name because I feel like I'll probably butcher it, as we all do. Amazing, spacey early electronic prog monster record. This is an original pressing on the Egg label. I don't have anything on the Egg label, so it's very cool to have that. Yeah, I don't know, I'm not feeling particularly descriptive today, or particularly detailed in my descriptions of the records. But yeah, released in 1976 on Egg. Sensational piece of music. I wanted this for a while. There's been reissues floating around, but I came across an original in the store here, so that was a huge tick off the want list. Can. You've all seen this a million times now. This is not one of their issues. Oh, not one of their issues that came out last year. This is a 1981 German spoon pressing. So I think it's just under 10 years after the release of the original. I have Tiger Margot. I have the same reissue of that on the the white label spoon, and that sounds absolutely brilliant. So I was holding out and getting a Spoon Records, the white label one from '81. So this is from the analog tapes, and it's just an absolute punch in the face. I don't really need to talk about this album. You all know what it's like when you hear this record. Just knocks you for 10, knocks you for 20, knocks you for 30. Amazing. And this is the last one that came in. Faust 4. Again, like I said, these last 3 showings are really classic records. Opening with the track Krautrock. Amazing record. So this is a original UK pressing on the Virgin label. Here we go. So you can see that. Picnic on a Frozen River. Jennifer, Sad Skinhead, Krautrock. Again, just 3 essential records at the end there. What can I say apart from just go listen to them? Alright, so that didn't go for too long, hopefully. I'm at a guess, I'd say it's about 15 minutes. I don't know. Anyway, again, thanks for watching. I'm hopefully going to do a really detailed video focusing on a certain label that I want to do. That'll take me a while to put together, I think. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. I hope you all enjoyed what I showed, and hopefully we'll learn something as I learned from you guys. I'll see you later.